This is the second concept I've looked at. This area is unchanged. You've got some gliding baskets and a shoe rack here. You could have more or less of those. There is some logic in having the deeper basket at the bottom because it will ride over the skirting board and make use of that void right at the bottom of the floor, just by the floor there. So let's put this into transparent and we can have a look at what else we've got. On the left hand side, as well as this hanging here, I've got some shelves which go all the way along this left hand edge, so that's creating slightly more because we don't have this dead space at the front on the concept one had. We're using this entire volume up here. So that is using a little bit more of that storage volume there. I haven't changed what I've done in this corner because you're going to need stuff to get sort of past this awkward shape here. You're going to need to be able to slide stuff in and out here, so there wouldn't have been any point having these shelves coming down this far because they would have got in the way of the baskets and vice versa. Nothing's changed in the hanging area, but on the right hand side I've repeated the same sort of thinking, except I've managed to get a 500 deep shelf in here, so that's going to work well for your linen. I've shown two suitcases at the bottom, but equally let's just hide those a minute and look at what we've done here. We could also, instead of the suitcases, we could also put some more shelves in there, and then, you know, if you wanted less hanging, this would be the obvious place to put your suitcases. So, you know, there's a trade-off there. There's a good space there for suitcases, there's a good place there for suitcases. It just, you know, it's whether you value shelves or hanging more. Same arguments can be made at the top here. There's an argument for reducing that 400mm depth to 300, just to make that access past this access here, past the top of the door onto those shelves a bit easier. It's manageable, it's a bit of a trade-off, whatever you do. Let's just make that invisible and give it one last spin round. This, I think, is the densest storage configuration. It's the question then becomes, you know, do you want all that shelves or do you want more hanging?